Good evening. How's everybody doing this evening? We're here to talk about my title, or what I would call road etiquette. Let's do better on the roads. Created by Jamal Kieris, myself, in 2020. Basically, this is how it begins. I mean, there's a lot of bad driving out there. This is an accident that me and my daughter was involved in. Uh, a distracted driver, as you see, hit us from behind. I mean, basically, that's to sum it up. He was distracted. He wasn't paying attention and hit us and did considerable damage. Why can't people follow the most basic driving laws on the highway or roads? I mean, that's pretty much my question, just because of the fact that there are so many accidents and deaths on our roads and highways annually. Approximately 1.35 million people die in road crashes each year. On average, 3,700 people lose their lives every day on the roads, and an additional 20 to 50 million suffer non-fatal injuries, often resulting in long-term disabilities. Um, that from that accident that me and my daughter had, I ended up having a couple of surgeries from that. And I mean, I'm still dealing with some of the things that happened to me. I had surgery on my elbow because I had nerve damage. Had to go through injections, pain injections, a lot of rehab. So it was a long process. It took me about a couple of years. I had to see a therapist. So if people practice some of the most basic driving rules and laws, accidents and deaths on our roads will be reduced considerably. I mean, this is just the basics. Simple as that. I mean, if you practice some of the basics, accidents will be reduced considerably. Road traffic injuries are the leading cause of death among young people aged 5 to 29. Young adults aged 15 through 44 account for more than half of all road deaths. The U.S. suffers the most road crash deaths of any high-income country, about 50% higher than similar countries in Western Europe, Canada, Australia, and Japan. The U.S. traffic fatality rate is 12.4 deaths per 100,000 inhabitants. Let's talk about aggressive driving. Aggressive driving is a major factor in U.S. traffic accidents, playing a role not just in well-publicized incidents of road rage, but in a large number of fatal highway collisions each year. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration defines aggressive driving as occurring when an individual commits a combination of moving traffic offenses so as to endanger other persons or property. Some of the major causes of accidents are speeding, improper or erratic lane change, passing where prohibited, and failure to signal. Speeding. For more than 2 decades, speeding has been involved in approximately 1/3 of all motor vehicle fatalities. Speeding was a factor in 26% of all traffic fatalities in 2018, killing 9,378, or an average of over 25 people per day. Colorado was averaging 3 deaths a day. So, I mean, there's only 365 days in a year, and we were averaging three deaths a day, accident wise. Failure to signal. Half of drivers fail to signal when changing lanes. Yeah, when they do that, I always make a little joke and say, the turn signals must not don't work on that year of car. 25% don't signal when making a turn. Failure to signal is illegal, inconsiderate, and is dangerous. Driving in the left lane. And this is the one. This is the one that really kills me. Because I drive on the highway daily. Highway, interstate, depending on what region you're from, what you call it. Highway, I guess here in our area, Colorado. Highway. But yeah, you got people, the speed limit is 75, and it's a 3-lane highway, and you got someone that's doing 70, but they ride in the middle lane or they ride in the left lane and they're not passing nobody. I mean, that one right there, that is the one that gets me. Man, it's right here. Driving in the left lane for anything other than passing is not only illegal, it's unsafe and results in thousands of accidents annually. It really does. Because if that person would have been to the right, I mean, the person that's driving a little faster or the speed limit wouldn't have to weave in and out of other cars or speed up or slow down, break their momentum. I mean, it's a bad one. That's a bad one. That's the reason that we're here having this discussion. But to finish it up or sum it up, road safety is a shared responsibility. I mean, that's on everybody. I mean, it goes back to, again, the beginning of the presentation. I mean, if you practice just some of the most basic driving rules, it's going to reduce a lot of accidents. It's going to reduce a lot of road rage. I mean, it's also going to help you to get you to where you need to be safely. So I ask my fellow drivers out here to please show some road etiquette and be respectful of others on our roads, as well as practice what you've learned in driving school. I mean, that's how I mean, if you continue to practice good driving habits, your driving experience, everyone's driving experience will be a little bit better. So that's all I'm gonna have to say. I just want y'all to think about that and have a good evening. Thank you.